super funny for me. This is giving like The Sims as well as GTA. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel with your boy Anthony here, and today we will be talking about the ranchers and what is happening with them, what is going on right now. For those of you who doesn't know, the rancher is actually an open world farm sim that took the world of life sim in a storm. Like, it became so viral. The trailer is very ambitious. Like, they show us a lot of things that we would love in a farm sim game, especially like they have like cars and also like scooters that we can drive and bicycles, like it's a very interesting game indeed. But the development feels a little bit slower. I'm not so sure. Like, the thing that I'm very worried about is that the game is just a cash grab, especially with the very scandalous Kickstarter page that plagiarize like Coral Island's template. Like, you can see, like I will show you like this video by Josh Gaming Garden. Yeah, if you love farm sim, you might know him. So he covered about how the Kickstarter of the rancher is actually very similar to those of Coral Island. But yeah, I will link it down below in the description below if you want to check. I feel like the development feels like it's too sus somehow, but that might only be the marketing department. Hopefully everything is okay. Like, if you see like in their YouTube channel, at first I was so shocked to see like the last video of their devlog is like at 10 months ago. But thank God, like 3 weeks ago, they actually added more devlogs in their YouTube channel. But I actually kind of worried as well, because like the disparity between the time like from 10 months ago to just recently 3 weeks ago is pretty long, right? But actually, like, if you're part of their Discord, they're pretty active there with like showing what is happening next in their alpha testers. So yeah, I'm actually going to show you later like a clip of what is happening, like someone live streaming the alpha tester. Thank you so much, Aussienutz, for the permission to use your clips. And the game actually looks very good. It looks very interesting. But yeah, they're supposed to release like Q4 this year, which means like during like winter time this year, which I think is not gonna be achievable, because from the alpha tester clips that I see and their most recent devlogs, they look like they're so far from the development of the full game. And I'm just super worried for them, because they managed to gather around like 245,000 euros. And that is a lot of money, but when it comes to paying employees for developing your game, that takes years and years. I'm not so sure if it is gonna be enough. But yeah, hopefully it doesn't take too long and ended up not being finished, because I'm just so worried. Like, if you check like the new videos that they actually uploaded, it's just like 1 minute long videos of like 4 things. Like, there are 4 parts which covers pretty much like new animals, new buildings, baby animals, new systems. I feel like new animals and baby animals could be one video. I'm not so sure why they separate it into like 2 parts. But yeah, I actually seen this video and it's worrying for me, because the animal part of the game should be done a long time ago, like if you are actually going to be releasing this winter. So I'm not so sure about why they're so early in the development as well, which is why I said in the beginning it is very worrying. Like, the world itself is very beautiful. Like, if you see, like, everything looks really good, and of course like the barn size and everything, the interior is not as good as the exterior. Like, it's very interesting to see like all these vehicles around, and the landscape and everything, but the interior is very, it's typical for me. Like, it's very mid in my opinion. It could be better, but I think maybe we can later decorate on it. Something that I feel like is a little bit problematic is that outside the buildings, like in the world itself, the open world itself, the frames looks kind of choppy. But when I watch the live stream of the alpha tester, it's not as choppy as the trailer is, because I think that the new animals that they implemented and developed, I think needs more work. Yeah, so that is why they look choppy, because the one that looks the most choppy is like the sprites of the animals, the 3D models of the animals, but inside the buildings they do look smooth, so it's fine. And yeah, if you see like right here, like you can see like the layouts of like the UI, user interface of the games, and how they show the statistic of all the animals. It's kind of like giving tycoon kind of games. The art style is not my cup of tea, but it still do look good somehow. Like, I mean, the UI is not very nice, but the art style overall of the like the 3D is okay, I guess. But yeah, it's very interesting. I think they're going for the direction of like more like The Sims, and of course like kind of like GTA as well. I will tell you later why I feel like it's kind of like involving GTA as well, because they show a lot of clips of like hitting their cars and bicycles to like, you know, like their surroundings and everything. That is giving so much like GTA. The game feels like it has a long way to go before it can be released. So yeah, here it is why this is like a clip of like fire starting because they crash a vehicle, which is super funny for me. This is giving like The Sims as well as GTA, which is very interesting. Like, there's not a lot of farm sim where random things happen in the environment, you know. So yeah, I'm really excited about this. But yeah, the game also have like tons of other, supposedly have like tons of other mechanics, like hunting with your pets and also fishing and everything. I don't really see a clip of that yet. Most of the clips I see is more on the farming and also building. Talking about the building part is also feeling a bit clunky, even though at the beginning it is something that they really promote to be what differentiate them with other farm sim. But the building part seems a little bit clunky, and I'm really worried. Like, look at how they actually structure and build the roofs here. It's very clunky indeed, right? Like, you have to make like all the different shapes, at different amount, and you have to count everything. I don't think I'm into that. I don't. But the fact is the building do look good though. So like towards the end, the building still looks good. So I think it's fine. But yeah, it doesn't seems like it's an enjoyable building mechanics, but it still has time to be improved on, right? So we don't really have to worry about that. But if you see here, we can see the character talking to someone, and actually there's no character portraits for that NPC, and that worries me a lot, because I hope it's not like Story of Season Pioneers of Olive Town. Story of Season Pioneers of Olive Town doesn't have character portraits when we're talking to the NPC, right? And I don't want it to be something like that, because in the Kickstarter, like the datables, the people we can date actually have character portraits, or maybe regular NPCs doesn't have character portraits, and the only characters that have character portraits are probably the datables. That itself feels like very lacking, you know. Like, I hope they don't do the other NPCs dirty like that. But yeah, I hope it's just because they're still in development, so they don't implement the character portraits, you know. And yeah, I feel like the reason as well, like the reason that they don't really update the YouTube a lot is because they don't really have new footage, you know. I feel like they're spending a lot of time just like maybe like perfecting the ranch first, you know, like perfecting the farming mechanics first, which I think should have been done like a long time ago if they're planning to actually release in Q4 for 2023. But maybe that is why they actually haven't been updating their YouTube channel. Like, I feel like YouTube is a very important part of your promotion and marketing, especially for a game that has lots of backers like this. Like, it is important. Like, I mean, like the Discord members are obviously gonna be like the most active, but I feel like the marketing team is kind of flopping. if I cannot find a word for it, but yeah, I feel like the marketing team is kind of flopping, because if you see, like, they don't even have thumbnails for like the devlogs, like the layout and the wording for like the devlogs on Steam as well is very not, I wouldn't say messy, but it doesn't look professionally done. I think that is also why they kind of like stolen the template of the Kickstarter of Coral Island, because they don't really have like a professional doing that for them, like a professional copywriter. But of course, you gotta save some money where you can. I guess I understand that. But the game does look like it function. Like if you see like the live streams of the alpha tester, it does look okay, but the game that is promised to us is like this vast open world with like dungeons, battles, and hunting with your pets, like those kind of stuff. And something that is kind of like weirding me out as well, like if you check like in the Kickstarter, the cooking mechanics as well, birds and insects, and winery, like the brewing itself, and helpful pets is locked behind like stretch goals, like I mean, we did achieve them, but this doesn't feel like it's a legit stretch goal, because stretch goals are usually something that is like maybe like they will make like two different consoles, right? And maybe something more extra, like having like a dragon as pet, something like that feels more like a stretch goals rather than this basic stuff. Like farming sims should have like birds and insects, cooking, and of course brewing, right? And helpful pets. I mean, helpful pets is debatable because maybe usually like the pets in farm sim are just like home pets that you can pet and look cute. But yeah, I'm just really worried for this game. I feel like the marketing team needs to get their hats in the game, or maybe they don't have a marketing team. Like if you scroll downwards in the Kickstarter, they have like members of their team, and yeah, they have a community manager, but maybe they're too busy. They should hire a good marketer, to really sell the game to us, because currently I'm a little bit sus of its development. I don't want them to run out of money because they took too long to develop it, and yeah, like if you see, this is also something very interesting that I see from the devlog as well. All livestock do use a new systemic food seeking algorithm to find food and drink sources in your ranch, water throughs, different food throughs, wild grass, and vegetables, etc. Okay, this is kind of worrying because like will they try to eat our crops? But it's very interesting. So they have like this honing system where they can like find their own food if we like release them into the wild. I know it's very common, like even in Stardew Valley and Coral Island, if we like release them into the world, they will like look for wild grass to eat themselves. But here it says that it's not just the wild grass, right? It's the water truths as well, because I think the animals in addition to eating, they need to drink as well, and they have of course the auto feeder already implemented, those kind of stuff, like the basic stuff is finally being implemented. But yeah, it's very worrying. Like it's already March. I think they uploaded this devlog like at the end of March, and it's all very basic stuff like baby animals, baby animals, larger barns. Like, isn't that something that should be done like a long time ago? Where are the dungeons? Where are the caverns? Where are the dateable NPCs? Like where are the storyline? Where's like the festivals and everything? I mean, like it doesn't have to be fully completed yet, but I feel like we should have like a first look deeper into them rather than just like the baby animals. But yeah, that is what I think. I just feel like they need to pick up the pace. I really don't want it to be like a project, like a half-baked project, because they ran out of money or something. Because even though 250,000 euros are a lot, it's not enough. So yeah, probably they might start selling early access, which is a little bit problematic as well if like the early access feels more like unfinished game rather than an early access. Yeah, so let me know down below what you think of the progress for the ranchers. Are you excited about it? Personally, the gameplay do look interesting. The world looks so good to me, like everything, the things you can do, like it looks funny, it looks like a fun game. But I just need I'm wishing like there's depth to this game. Like I don't want this game to be just like somehow like a mashup of different ideas together but has no deeper um depth to it. I don't know how to explain it. Like I don't want it to be just like a mobile or Roblox game, you know. I need it to move me and move my heart. Hopefully it does. Like visually it's almost there, but they just have to fix like the bugs. Yeah, talking about the bugs, there's still a lot of bugs as well with vanishing item for the game if I watch the live stream of the alpha testers. So yeah, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much, Aussienutz, for letting me use your clips. I will link his like live stream videos down below as well in the description, so you can check the clips for yourself. And yeah, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to me for more cozy games and live sim games news. See you and goodbye.